When you talk about organic farming, it actually it only works in a smaller territory, in a smaller area than those like huge monocultures that, especially in Brazil. In Brazil, I don't know if you know, but we have the area of German in soy. It's like it's huge, and it's a lot. It's one German of soy inside of Brazil, especially in the Amazon. So without the distribution of land, it's impossible to think about feeding the world with good food, healthy food, right? Like if we keep a big area of land in the hands of a few people, that will be impossible, right? So one of the first steps is to reclaim the commons, right?
Absolutely, because land is where food grows. And the two issues related to this. Most people don't know that the biggest farmland owner of the US is now Mr. Microsoft. Bill Gates is a farmland owner. BlackRock, which has invaded into the Amazon with the GM soya, it's financing all of it. It has already announced it will invest 70% of the billionaire money in land, grabbing land, in GMOs, in agrochemicals. So they are actually wanting to go further down the road that has given us climate change, that has given us species loss, that has given us dispossession of farmers and land grab, that has given us desertification and the water crisis, and worse, the main cause of ill health is bad food. Right? So I think the three things that we need to start thinking of in a serious way is, we know the BlackRocks will not go the way that heals the earth. They will not go the way that heals injustice. They will not go the way that provides health.
But
because
those are the ones in power. So
it doesn't matter. I think that is the issue. Throughout history, illegitimate power, you know, we allow it to rule when we accept their constructions, when we accept their narratives. As long as Hitler could convince the German public that there was a superior race and he was doing a very good job killing others, he was elected democratically. You know?
Yeah.
So when we accept the narratives and values of domination and violence of the powerful, we will be enslaved. Throughout history, I think this is something women have shown. Don't accept that story.
Okay.
Create your own story. From our freedom movement, what did Gandhi teach us? He's written in his books, he says he didn't invent it. This idea of satyagraha, of civil disobedience, of the power of truth. He says, I studied Indian history and I tried to understand why India had stayed democratic over time. And he said, I realized that whenever the rulers are unjust, the people don't obey. They stop obeying. Refusing to use GMO seed and accept patents on seed and have your seed bank is a civil disobedience. The MST is a civil disobedience movement. It started to occupy land and is now a big producer. And,
huge.
And I have worked very, very closely with them, and I send them greetings through you. And I really believe when you talk about reversing this land grab, how do we do it? MST has shown the way.
Okay.
Everywhere we should have movements to reclaim the land, not as property, but as a commons, for care for the commons. It shifts the ground, it shifts the political ground, it shifts the economic ground, and it shifts the food ground.